Alright everyone, I know I haven't uploaded in a while and I have my fair share of reasons, but I have a confession to make. And I might get a lot of hate for this, but I hate Marvel fans. Not just Marvel fans, but just fans in general. Marvel fans, DC fans, the boys fans, superhero fans, cinema fans, god damn, I hate everyone. So I'm making a video about it. Now, I know how dumb it sounds because I myself am a Marvel fan. And I also know that not every Marvel fan is a whiny little bitch who complains about everything. There are actually fun and interesting communities of Marvel out there, both of Marvel comics and Marvel movies. There are people who just like to enjoy stuff and explain what they like about Marvel and what they don't like. Creators on YouTube from New Rockstars, Canadian Lad to PJ explain comic books. There are cosplayers, artists, animators, sculptors, and many more who are just normal people enjoying what they like and criticizing what they don't like. But with these normal people, there are also weirdos. Now, people usually call them toxic Marvel fans, especially toxic MCU fans. Now, it is no secret that every community has a toxic side. There are toxicity, if you will. But what defines toxicity? Toxicity is the degree to which a chemical substance or a particular what? Oh, sorry, wrong one. A toxic person is someone who brings conflict and negativity to your life. Now, why am I pulling out this textbook definition of toxicity? I don't know. It makes me look a bit more intellectual than I actually am. We all know what toxic community is. A community where no one respects or acknowledges your opinion and states their own opinion as the only right one, and everyone blindly follows it. So a lot like politics. Now, you might ask, but Sid, what are these opinions that you think make the community toxic? I'm glad you asked, Sloth, because I was getting right to it. Before I do, I want to mention that I will not be talking about Spider-Man or his spider fan. They're honestly on a different level of toxicity that they deserve a separate video to themselves. Also, I just want to set a few ground rules. 1. When I say fandom, I do not mean all the fans. I'm only talking about toxic fans, and I will only be talking about MCU, not the Marvel comics, because I do not know what's going on in the comic fandom much. In the MCU, we have two types of toxicity. One which is tame toxicity, and other one which is just pure evilness. And outside the MCU, we also have toxicity towards DC, boys, and other superhero media, and toxicity towards movies in general, and toxicity towards other Marvel projects like Fox and Sony. Toxic fanbase inside the MCU or towards the MCU movies. As I said, there's two types of toxicity in fans about our own movies. One being tame, where you can feel their toxicity showing just a bit, and some other where they don't even hide the fact that they're toxic. For example, Elizabeth Olsen being bullied into deactivating and deleting her entire social media because she didn't post about Chadwick Boseman's death. I know it's very dumb because she would be the one who's going to be mostly affected by his death because she actually worked with him and knew him in person. Another toxic obsession is with Iron Man. Yes, even after his death like 5 years ago. Speaking of Iron Man fans, are you guys okay? Like you guys were riding on his thing like your life depends on it. And some of you still do. I understand that he's a greatly written character and had godly level of charisma stats and all, but y'all did not need to hype him that much. Bro, I swear to God, Iron Man fanbase is on the next level with the toxicity towards other characters and their fans. Like we get it, bro, no one can replace RDJ as Iron Man in the MCU. You don't have to remind him every day in his Insta comments. Like this shit gets wild, especially in death battles. Any death battle against any character, they're gonna make him win. Thor vs Iron Man, actually, Tony has Thor Buster suit in comics. Respectfully, shut the fuck up. In the comics, fucking Squirrel Girl defeated Thanos. No one gives a shit. How do you think this guy who made Thanos bleed one drop of blood after all this gonna win against this guy who sent his axe through his shoulder when Thanos was attacking with his full power? And don't even get me started on this Iron Man stance hatred against Bucky. Like, that guy's existence makes you mad. Like, I know your ass is denying right now, but I'm sure you were fisting your hands up in the air when Bucky vanished in Infinite War. Like, I don't get it. How do you hate a guy who was brainwashed and turned into a killing machine against his own will? And how do you even defend this man when he said, I don't care, he killed my mom, and he himself indirectly killed an entire city? Both were responsible for deaths of a lot of people. One was mind control, another one was blinded by his ego and fame at the time. Okay, now I get that people were on Tony's side because Cap kept the secret from Tony about him knowing the Winter Soldier incident, and that would be completely fair. And I would probably agree with you, but it still doesn't justify the hate against Bucky. Like, let this guy be. I still think Tony has one of, if not the greatest character arcs in the MCU. His sacrifices were helpless, his dialogues were masterclass, his suits were beautiful, but his fans are annoying. Thor fans were like this too for a while, but they kind of went into silent after Love and Thunder. And I'm barely scratching the surface when I'm talking about toxicity in MCU against our own movies and characters. Like a hate against Peter Quill's God and pre-endgame Hulk. Yes, you heard that right. Pre-endgame Hulk is great and probably the best version of Hulk in the MCU from 2012 to 2018. Mark Ruffalo is a great Bruce Banner and Hulk, better than Edward Norton, and I will die on that hill. Any other Hulk could never look as cool as he did when he jumped to fight a god of destruction with bare hands. Like, that shit is so cool. Then Marvel decided to do this to him in She-Hulk. And speaking of She-Hulk, female heroes in the MCU get the most hate for no reason, other than Wanda and Natasha. Like, I don't know why everyone hates half of this woman. Like, I understand with She-Hulk because she's a poorly written character, no denying that. But why hate Shuri? I thought she was well written. Or Riri Williams, we barely saw anything from her. Also Kamala Khan, Kate Bishop, Agatha Harkness, America Chavez, Jane Foster. Those are just normally written characters. Yes, I hate when a fun character is badly written and wasted, like She-Hulk or Captain Carter. And people just want to see more well-written female characters that aren't just a version of already existing male characters, but instead a new one with their own personality, like Layla from Moon Knight. And that is why I think we should give another chance on Miss Marvel. I'll tell you, it's not a great show, but I'd love to see her written in future movies. And there's so much more self-hate against our own movies in MCU, from people hating on multiverse to new cameo systems, which to some point I will agree with you. But that's where we get to the actual toxic community part, outside the MCU stuff. We all know how big of rivals Marvel and DC are, and so are the fans. Yes, some could be mutual. You can be fan of both Spider-Man and Superman, but when we have choices between two, we tend to compare who is better than who. I usually think they're both equally important to superhero community. We also have Marvel fans hating on The Boys because of the obvious fun they make of other superhero media. At least they did before season 4 was released. And the Invincible show, because people often compare it to how Marvel shows are bad and the Invincible is better. Well, I'd like to leave it up to you to decide on which one you think is the best. You're free to have an opinion and just as free to share it. I think The Boys and the Invincible shows are better than these Marvel shows, but not these, and that's an opinion. And if you don't like my opinion, well, you just prove my point. And the same goes with other entertainment media, people complaining on how pretty much all the Marvel movies are made for kids and have no real adult themes, which is a debate I do not want to participate in. Because I think every Marvel movie has a mature theme hidden in there that they choose not to act upon, and I wish they would. But I think Marvel movies are good, well, mostly. But when it can be great, why settle at good? Yes, not every movie has to be Logan, but Captain America Winter Soldier isn't like Logan, but it's a good movie. In fact, it's a great movie. Iron Man wasn't Logan, it still was pretty good, and that's the main criticism Marvel movies get. But it also could be applied to any movie in existence, not just Marvel movies. Now, at the end, all I want to say is Marvel didn't die with Endgame. Marvel peaked at Endgame and came back down to where they were before Infinity War. It's a hard truth, but before Infinity War and Endgame, there were flops and mid-movies too. Marvel has always been hit or miss. But once we came close to Secret Wars and Doomsday, everyone is gonna think Marvel is on their peak, and after the Secret War, we're gonna think Marvel has always been big. Now they're going down in quality. It's a loop that only gonna end with time itself. They're gonna bring new characters. Some people will like them, some won't. Communities will continue to form, either good or toxic. And as a mutual superhero and cinema fan, I'm just gonna lay back and enjoy the chaos. Well, that's about it. See ya.